I feel really good though. I feel really good right now.
Why's that?
Like my energy's good. I mean, I shouldn't say obviously, but like the first week was not good.
Like the first week when you're home?
Yeah, like, and I don't mean like it was bad. It was just like the energy was super low at the time, and you're trying to eat all this food and it's just not going anywhere because you're so flat, so depleted, so dehydrated. So now we're what, 2.5 weeks after, and I feel
good.
I just feel like I'm like mid off season sort of thing in a good way. Like I feel like I'm just normal. It doesn't feel like I just competed. I don't feel like overly bloated, a little bloated, but nothing too crazy. My digestion's good, my sleep is good, my energy's good, my pumps are good again. Like, I think it was Sunday. What day is it today? Wednesday?
Today's
Tuesday. Fuck. Sunday was the first time I had like a pump back, like a real pump. So I'm excited, to be honest. I'm just putting all the food to use now.
Good. If you had to sum up the whole like Olympia experience into like one word or like a sentence, what would that be?
Honestly, pure ecstasy. Like, and I mean that in the purest human form. Like, just, I was happy. I felt nothing but like pure love, like the whole time, like start to finish. And for like the energy around me and for the energy that I was absorbing from the whole event and just everyone involved. And that was the greatest experience of my life. Like, there was zero stress, zero, and there were stressors, of course, but zero stress, zero negative energy. I just felt like I was, even if there was an opportunity for negative energy, I just like would immediately repel it. And
do you think that's because you practiced that leading up to through prep?
I think between practicing, I mean, a lot of mindful techniques and presence and working on the ability to like be emotionally aware, be mentally aware, be physically aware. And just making sure that I'm conscious of my energy. I think that was the most important versus allowing stressors to stress you out. It's important to just be present so that you're able to come up with like a logical adaptation to whatever's happening rather than emotionally react. And as something happens, you immediately go into that like fight or flight response. It's, you know, things were happening through that week, before that week, and it was just like, okay, whatever happens, happens. And you know, even taking a loss, like I got literally tied for last. There was no negative emotion out of it. There was no like resentment or disappointment, or it was just like full acceptance. And I think that's what helped me the most going into the week, leaving the week, experiencing the week, was full acceptance of everything that is. Like, the experience is the experience, and it was really important for me to be present for that experience. So that's why I think the energy was just so high and uplifting, because I say this a million times, but presence is peace, and as long as you're present, you can experience peace. So that's just sort of what my goal was for that whole experience, and you just take it all in, right?
Yeah.
When you're in a group of people, or you're at the Olympia, or you're with your partner, or whatever it is, you're not on your phone, you're not overthinking, you're literally just present in the moment with them, you're experiencing whatever you're doing. That's why you have that high. When you're in nature, or by the water, you're experiencing it for what it is rather than thinking. When you're in your head, you're not present, you're unconscious. When you're thinking and overthinking and stressing, when you're present, that's why you have all of these like uplifting, that's why you experience the uplifting energy when you're with certain individuals, because they bring you into the present. That's why the gym for a lot of people is therapy, because you're present in the gym, you're present body, present mind in the gym. You're not thinking too much, you're not thinking about the past or the future or my bills or my relationships or anything. It's literally just here right now. And that's what kind of created that sort of ideology of presence is peace, because I'm like, wait a second, every time I'm only in the moment and I'm only focused on what I'm doing in the moment, that's when I feel this strange, like inexplainable energy that I can't even put into words. It's just like a good feeling. And then all of a sudden you're with certain people, certain energy, doing certain activities that have you thinking the whole time, and you can't enjoy it. And you have that like kind of weird, like negative feeling, almost like a down energy. You can feel your energy draining, and then you have to go home and you're like, oh, you feel that sense of relief, like, okay, you know, I can recharge now, right? So that's why I say presence is peace, and it's just so important to make sure that you're aware of your energy and aware of the energy around you, aware of the people who are around you, and aware of your circle and aware of the activities that you're doing as well and what brings you peace. So most important, what brings you in the present? I'm 223 today, which is actually really good. Like I feel 224 maybe, because I'm a little bloated still, so it's like I'm probably more like 220, 219.
What your stage weight was?
So my technical weigh-in was 196, but I must have gone on stage at like 200, 202, but I was still flat. So I mean, my actual weight, if I was full or full enough, would have been like probably 205, 206, I think, which is a good weight for me. I think that was where my better look was, if I'm being honest. 204 maybe, but I would say I'm about like roughly 20 pounds up right now, so, which is, I'm fine with that. I used to be 40 pounds up in 4 days, so I'm cool with 20 pounds in a couple weeks. Yeah, and I feel good still. Like honestly, my goal right now is not to look any certain way as much as it is just to feel like good while I know I'm growing. So I like to take full advantage of the rebound, not to get sloppy, but to utilize as many nutrients as I can. And the more I compete, the more I learn, and the more I learn about post-show reverse and how to navigate through that, because it's a tough time period to navigate through. But one piece of advice I would give anyone is just don't buy shit food. Only buy the foods that you know you're going to eat. Only buy the foods that you know are going to help you. Do not fill your cupboard. I literally don't have anything outside of the bare minimum food that I'm eating. And sometimes it sucks when I get snacky at night, but you know, but at the end of the day, it's like, I don't have anything to snack on. So can't do it. So that's all I tell anyone, like just stick to the plan. Like you have a plan for a reason. And I would always suggest eating enough food to satiate yourself. Don't allow yourself to like get in that state of hunger because you're trying to stay lean. You know, I want to look good for Instagram. People are going to think I blew up or got fat. It's like, who gives a shit? Like you got to put body fat on anyway. So that's literally the point. The point is to put body fat on to get your hormones working again, to lubricate the joints again so that you can train to lubricate the tendons, the muscles, so that you can start to transition into your heavy training again. So the sooner you get to that, the better, in my opinion, and the sooner you get healthier, the better. So you know, make sure that the foods go back in at an appropriate amount of nutrients, but you know, don't try and stay shredded, and most importantly, don't buy shit after the show. I see a lot of you stocking up from the States, getting all those like fancy Pop-Tarts and cereals, and it's just bad news bears. I love this too. My mom grabbed like a million of them. She's like, oh, you can put them on all your things, on your car and on your bottles, and I'm like, all right. And I grabbed the pure bottle. It just fit perfectly. Oh, so many people. That was like such a great opportunity to network, and a lot of the people were just like really down to earth, humble people. Like a lot of the guys I met, like Keon, Rough Diesel, Logan Franklin, Joel Thomas. I did meet Jay Cutler. It was very quick. I didn't want to take his time. Who else? Honestly, a lot of people. Fabi Mayer was like the first person when we were at Powerhouse. Tons of guys, like not as bigger name guys, but a few guys like I forget his whole name, but JT Physique is his Instagram, and then Marcus Perry, and like they're classic guys. And yeah, it was a great experience. I just felt like the energy there was aligning. Like you know, if you're radiating positive energy, you're only attracting positive energy, and that's what I felt like that whole weekend was, just really good energy from everyone. So it was like whatever energy you are, you would attract those people, right? So yeah, it was a freaking great experience. Like I just felt like everyone was there to support each other, and I think that was what made the experience that much better, is not feeling like you're alone backstage, or you know, you're going through the expo and you see all these people and they could easily just snub you or just take a picture really quick and move on, but a lot of them were just really like normal people, like, and that was something I appreciated.
First time?
Well, first off, I mean, work with a coach that you respect and that you've done your homework on, and that's gonna always look out for your best interest. But honestly, the only thing I would mainly say is just embrace the process and appreciate the process. Like, too many people, including myself when I started, you get so fixated on the result, and you're so entranced in like making sure that you place a certain way or look a certain way so that other people approve of you, you can never, ever, ever fixate on other people's approval, because first and foremost, if you have friends and family who are supporting you, they're going to support you whether you win or lose, no matter what. Doesn't matter how you do. More people were more excited that I lost the Olympia than like that I won Toronto Pro, right? Like, because everyone was just like more excited about like, well, how is he going to come back? Like, you know, now they're in the process of me coming back and getting better, right? So just appreciate the process, fully immerse yourself within the process. That's how you enter flow state. You can't be, as soon as you start to think about the result, first of all, you're living in the future now and you're missing out on the moment. So there's one thing, like so many competitors, whether they're active or retirement, the problem is that they're all like, I missed out on so much because I was so fixated on how I was going to look, or you know, how they were going to place, or their sponsors, or this or that, and so many things that are not in the moment. And you know, one thing I don't want to say I regret it, but I don't remember anything about winning my pro card. I don't remember being on stage. I don't remember any of the prep. I literally don't remember anything. It's just as if it never happened, because I wasn't in the process. I wasn't in the moment, and I was never conscious. I was never aware of anything. It was always like, I need to make sure I win. I need to make sure I win for my coach and my friends and my family. Everyone's gonna think I'm a loser if I don't win. And I had all this like pressure on me and pressure isn't even real. Like, we create pressure in our mind, and it's all ego. So there's one thing I can say: just fully immerse yourself into the process, surrender the ego, and just surrender to the moment. And honest to God, like everything I've experienced in the past, Olympia prep, Toronto prep, Hurricane Pro prep, best of my entire life. I woke up excited every single day. It didn't matter how tired I was, didn't matter what my carbs were at. I never had that like, oh, I wish I could have, oh, I want more food, I want this, I can't wait till it's over. I just appreciate it every day for what it is. And it was like, this is my job, this is what I love to do. And at the end of the day, like, if you love to do what you're doing, then you shouldn't ever have a day of work, right? Like, you're never working a day in your life. And I'll never want to do another prep again where I'm like counting down the days. And I think I told you that, Laura, like there was a few times where I'm just like, I just feel like this is just another day. Like, I don't even have the concept of like 22 days out, oh my God, in 22 days I'm gonna be done. It's more like 22 days out, that's it. I'm in today and that's it. There's never a countdown. I used to count down the minutes to my meal. I used to literally eat my meal and count how many minutes I had until my next meal. And that was a constant like living in the future, you know what I mean? And I just missed out on everything in between. So yeah, fully immerse yourself in the process, you know, be conscious of the moment and just appreciate everything you're doing and be passionate about it. And if you're not passionate, then just don't do it. That's another thing. If you're not passionate about it, just don't do it. Just work out for yourself. Do everything for yourself. Don't do it for other people. 2023, baby, let's go.